So some days when we would go to school, me and my brother and my mother, we would catch the 33 bus. We would take first the 13 trolley, then the 33 bus to our school because it went to 33rd and Venango. Now I never caught that bus to the for the full ride. I never had that experience. Now I've been to Venango Street, but it's like I'm not from North Philly, at least that part. So I don't have no real interest in going there. I'm not even there now. But this is a word that people don't say anymore from Philly. People don't say Joe anymore. That word is extinct. No one, I don't hear that. When I was in Philly, I never heard the word Joe. That word was said a lot, like early 2000s. Like some of the slang, because like I told you, when I left, I was just like watching videos, because I got a little homesick, to be honest. I got homesick. And I was watching videos, they would break it down like the slang. And some of the slang I've never heard before. I've never heard. I don't talk in slang like that. I feel like I have. I am a little bit now, but let me say this. I know what Joe. I use Joe a lot, like 2002, like maybe 04, 05. I said that word a lot. People just stopped saying it for some reason. But Joe, see, in the Urban Dictionary, it means that you are being too familiar with someone that you don't know. But Joe, I thought Joe was like the equivalent of drawing. That's what I thought Joe meant. Because every morning, it was this lady get on a 33 bus. She was heavy set, white lady. She had red lipstick on. And she was always smiling at me every morning. And this is when my sensitivity to foods is beginning to develop. I'm not really able. This is going to sound so weird, but if you understand what I'm talking about, if you have what I have, it's not really documented. But sensitivity to foods, right? Certain smells, textures, and colors you can't really look at while you're eating. So her red lipstick was throwing off my appetite. To make that, if that makes any sense. Every time she came on the bus, I just called her. I don't know if my brother and I said it, but I just said, that's that Joe behind lady right there. The one that sits in the front row. She'll sit like the 33 bus. I don't know how it is now, but it had to where the seats were like across from each other. So I had no choice but to see her face. And every morning she was just smiling. I just said, man, why is she so Joe? And you know, I want to eat my pretzel. And I didn't understand what was going on at the time. But yeah, I told you red is a color I can't look at while I'm eating. So so like why are you so Joe every morning? Like who's that happy? So yeah, after that, I just started saying it so much, because like when you hear a word and you don't know the meaning of it, but you just hear it, you just say it so much. Like I was even saying SpongeBob is a Joe behind lady. That lady on the bus is a Joe behind lady. And after that, man, I just didn't hear Joe anymore. You don't hear it. You kind of hear it now. But that word, it's just no one says it no more. It's just like it's pretty much extinct. But there's one kid in my class. He was in my African American history class. This dude next to me, he started saying it. I just said, man, I didn't hear that word in years. It was this lady. I think I said this before on the channel. Our teacher was she was going around asking people how they felt for how did they feel today, asking like calling people individually. He just said to the teacher, it is a public school by the way. He was like, Miss, why are you so Joe? Like, why are you so Joe? And he said, he said Joseph. Like, I'm sorry, but she was Joe She was Joe too. I don't know who started that word, but it's no one says it anymore. That was my only word that I think I actually said, like I used a lot.